is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is day 8 of 30 days of sketches, round 18 with Christy's Beautiful Life. It is also Sketch Sunday, so of course the Sketch Sunday crew is playing along this month. So today's exclusive sketch is from Karin. She is Cadis scrapbooking, I think. So definitely check her out. So this sketch calls for 3 photos. I have 2. And then I love the background, and to me, it looked like wood planks, right? And so I am going through this Fancy Pants collection, and I end up deciding on kind of this florally paper, and it kind of looks like there are like strips behind, but to give it a little bit more of that, I decided to take some white acrylic paint, and I'm just going to do kind of those white lines that you would see in the back if it were the wood planks. So I'm going to set that off to dry, and I'm going to kind of try to figure out my layout while that piece is drying. So I have some photos of a Father's Day from last year. We went golfing, so I've got a photo of my husband and my son, and then I've got a photo of my daughter. So I don't have that third photo. So instead, I think I'm just going to do a tag, and that's going to kind of take that place. Now, behind the photos, to me, it looks like there's kind of a strip of paper. So I grabbed this torn piece of kind of an emerald green paper to kind of go with the fact that, they're on the green. And I'm going to use that as my kind of resting piece that my pieces are going to rest on. This was the other piece I was contemplating for my background. Instead, I'm just going to map my photos in it. And again, it kind of has that stripy bit. And so I'm just going to kind of rough cut them, and then I'm going to use my little guillotine trimmer to make them a little straighter. I do really like using this guillotine trimmer for photos or small things. I tend to use my bigger trimmer for like gutting paper and taking off branding strips and big cuts, I guess you could say. So here I am struggling not having a 12 by 12 piece of paper in the background to kind of figure out where things are going to lay. So I'm just going to grab another piece of paper from the collection and kind of use that just as my 12 by 12. So this is the piece I'm going to make my tag out of, and I'm going to try and put this cluster of photos and tag together. I'm trying to decide where I want this green paper, how big I want it, how much I want everything to overlap. So I know I don't want that piece to go all the way across. Just like in the sketch, you see it doesn't go all the way across. So here I'm going to kind of try and put these pieces back, even though I'm not exactly sure where they were to begin with, but I'm going to try my best. Apparently I'm struggling a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to kind of get those pieces put together, and then I am going to bring back here I am using my grid mat thinking that I am going to try and get this straight. I don't even know what I was doing there because I don't think that's how it works, but that's okay. So I have that middle piece kind of put together. Here is my other piece. It is mostly dry. I feel like it is dry enough to go ahead and start putting pieces on. So you can kind of see I am going to cover up quite a bit of that white paint, but I do think you can see it kind of around the edge. I really do like the white paint. It gives you that same like border if you were to use white cardstock, but you still get to see a little bit of the pattern through the back. So if your pattern paper is really busy like this one, you can always tone it down with some white paint, or I feel like you can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on some clusters. This collection has a ton of florals. So I know I can't do too much because like the whole background paper is very florally as well. So my layout is definitely busier than Karen's for sure. So I'm going to do a little cluster kind of where these two photos meet at the top, where there's kind of that white painted space. And I'm going to do a little bit where the tag and the photo meet over off to the left. And then I am going to do the little bit that she has up at the top corner. I am going to get something up there to kind of mimic that spot that she has as well. So I do fuss around a ton with all of these florals because there's so many. I cannot believe how many florals are in this pack. This is definitely a collection that I am going to run out of paper before I run out of embellishments. And I feel like that's not always the way it is with me. So I'll probably actually go through kind of my loose papers and see if I can add anything to this collection, because I know that in order to kill it, I'm definitely going to have to add some stuff to it. So I have kind of my clusters going on, and it's kind of bugging me how this tag is just blending into the back, like you're not even really seeing it. So I just take this piece of ephemera that's white based and stapled it to the tag, and that makes it stand out, makes it so that you can see that it truly is a tag versus just a strip of paper. So for my title, I'm just going to use Good Day. I'm not doing it in the mixed font up at the top because honestly, there's just no room, because my photos are definitely bigger. And so that being said, I'm going to put the title on the tag. And since I've added that puffy black, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 of the hearts, and that is going to do it for this layout. So make sure you give Karin some love for this sketch, as well as check out the playlist, and everybody down in the description box below who is playing along with Sketch Sunday today. So there is my final layout. So remember to wear your crown, and I will see you next time. Bye.